Let's see. The last class my assignment was, is for inserting a record into EMP table. Okay, that is my assignment. So now write a procedure for inserting a record into EMP table. If a insert successfully completed, so the output is record inserted successfully. So that means if my procedure is successfully inserted a record into EMP table, I have to give a message record inserted successfully and commit it. If any insert failed, so that means because of any reason, if insert gets failed, so the output message is a error code and error message. So what is the SQL code and what is the SQL message is the output, and then roll back it. Okay, first thing is, so the requirement is to insert record into EMP table. Insert into EMP table. So how many fields are there in my employee table? Okay, my question is how many records are there in employee table? So the employee is EMP number, e-name, job, MGR, hire date and salary, commission and department number. So these are the parameters I need to create a procedure with these parameters 3, 3, 6 to 8 and along with the status. So the status parameter is a output parameter. Out parameter which returns a success or failure message to calling program. Let's see. So create or replace procedure. So SPEMP insert with the parameters. So now I'm creating all these parameters. I'm creating a procedure with all the parameters. So just I'm giving a, for my note, I'm giving a P in front of all the names to identify what is parameter and what is a variable. Okay, super. So the data type I am creating here is EMP dot employee number percentage type. I can use this here. Now EMP dot ename percentage type. I'm creating another parameter. So these are what type of mode it is. What is the data type mode for all these things? In, out or in, out? In, out, because these are default parameters. So MGR percentage type and hire date is EMP dot hire date percentage type. Now P underscore salary percentage type. I'm declaring a variable. So now here, so EMP dot commission percentage type. Now, so EMP dot department number percentage type, and status is out parameter. Out parameter varchar 2, because that's the message I want to return. These are the parameters. Okay, is. So begin and insert. Okay, begin and insert with an exception. Compulsory I need to handle for every program. We need to handle the, yes, we can use the row type also. So when others. When others, then. Okay, so now here inside my program I have to insert a record into employee table. So insert into EMP values. Okay, so P employee number in the same order as my columns. Employee number, P ename and P job. I have direct insert statement. P MGR and P hire date, P sal and P commission and a P department number. That's it. So insert is done. Okay, if this insert gets successfully inserted, if the insert statement successfully inserted a row, I want to assign status is equal to record inserted successfully, because as this is a status is a out parameter, as status is a out parameter, after successful completion of the procedure, whatever value we are assigning to this variable will be passed to your calling program. And finally commit. Okay, if this insert statement successfully completed, I'm inserting a message and finally commit. When exception others, because of any reason your procedure failed, so the status is equal to record insertion failed with SQL code with SQL ERRM. SQL ERRM message and rollback. Simple. See here, I'm inserting a record into this table here. I'm inserting a record into this table, and here I'm exception handling. In the exception handling, because of this insert statement, if anything goes wrong, okay, so now the merge statement. Now the status is equal to record insertion failed with the reason SQL code and SQL ERRM, and then finally roll back it. Compile this procedure. So here P status expecting following. Here the comma is missing. Sorry, it's a P status. So procedure compiled successfully. So the simple thing is, my requirement is to write a procedure for inserting a record. Yes, how many columns I need to insert? I need to insert for all 8 columns, and I need a one parameter for returning the status. What is the status I am returning? Record inserted successfully. So I created a procedure spemp insert with all the parameters. Okay, whatever values I am passing into procedure is the input mode, and the parameter what I'm passing from procedure to calling program is output parameter. So here I'm inserting a record into table, and a P status is equal to record inserted successfully, and then commit. Okay, so now others. So the P status is equal to record insertion failed with SQL code and SQL ERRM. Okay, the only thing difference between the anonymous PL SQL block and the procedure or function is here. This one. So in the normal anonymous PL SQL block, here you are going to have a declare, but in the procedure or a function, you are going to have a here create or replace procedure name with all the parameters is. So here you will declare any other variables. If a procedure required any other variables, declare any additional variables. Declare any additional variables. That's it. Procedure created. Now I need to create a calling program. Declare begin end. So now declare all these variables again. So this time I'll differentiate all the variables with V, so then I can identify this is a variable and this is a parameter. Employee number percentage type is equal to ampersand employee number. I am prompting the employee number. Either you can prompt in the declare section or you can prompt in the begin section. Percentage type, so the single quote ampersand ename, job pmp dot job percentage type is equal to ampersand of job, manager emp dot mgr percentage type ampersand mgr is the number type. So hire date emp dot hire date percentage type hire date. Salary and commission is emp dot commission percentage type is equal to ampersand of commission. So the department number. So emp dot department number percentage type. So the status is varchar2 of some 100. That's for storing my. Let's make it 1000. Okay, let's change this all the variables with v. So now here I need to call my procedure sp emp insert is equal to, so I need to pass all the variables. So v employee number, v ename, and v job, v mgr, v hire date, v sal, and v commission, and v department number, and finally v status. V status is the output mode. Okay, finally dbms underscore output dot put underscore line status. So then you can see the information. So the employee number I am giving 1 2 3 4. So 1, job is 1, and manager is 2 3 4 5, and hire date is 10. Then John 81, and salary is 1 2 3, and commission is 1 2 3. Employee number is 1 2 3 4, 1 1 2 3 4 5, and hire days is 81, and salary is 1 2 3 4, commission is 1 2 3. See, record inserted successfully. If you see this employee table, you will have a record with value of 1 2 3 4. This is the record inserted successfully. So now I'm executing the same program with giving same 1 2 3 4 again. So obviously, what exception I will get if I insert the same record into employee number? What exception I will be getting? What is the exception name? What is exception name? Yeah, unique is right, primary key is right, but what is the exception name? That's important. Yes, dupe val on index. Whenever a primary key violated, we will get the dupe val on index. See, the record insertion failed with SQL code is -1, and the description is unique constraint violated. Is everybody clear in this program? Please let me know. The one thing is we need to see how many variables we need to insert, how many parameters we need. Yes, I need to only 5 parameters. Okay, so now I need to write a program. So what is the successful? What we need to insert at the end of the successful? What is the status we need to put in at the end of the success? And what is the exception handling? If anything goes wrong or fail, so what is the output strategy? And the calling program. This is your program, and this is your calling program. Anybody have any doubts? Please let me know before going into the another assignment. Please, everybody is clear? Everybody got the what mistake you people are getting, what error you are getting? Or so one thing is, instead of giving all the variable name individually, you can try with percentage row type also. You can declare a single variable with a percentage row type, and then you can insert pass this. Instead of declaring all the variables here, you can declare a single variable of percentage row type. We can execute it. So let's see. Now the second assignment is write a function for checking whether a given employee is available in a table or not. How do you check it whether the employee is available in my, okay, so now I want to write a query to find whether a employee number is available in my table or not. Let's see. I have a data from select star from employee. Select star from employee. So what is my output here? So this is the output. How can I check it whether a Smith is available in my table or not? So how do you find whether a Smith is available in a table or not? How do you find? Select star from employee where select star from employee where ename is equal to Smith, and select count of star from 1, count of 1 or star from emp where ename is equal to Smith. Ename is equal to Smith. Okay, so both are correct, but if you use this in a PL SQL program, whenever there is no employee with Smith, you will get a no data found exception. Whenever you use this statement in your program, let me write a function first. I'll explain. So this is 100% correct. If an employee is available, it will give you count. If employee is not there, it returns a 0. 0 means there is no record. Okay, so here if you get a record, we will get a record. If you don't have a record, so here we will get a, when a select into statement does not return a row, we will get no data found exception. And one thing is, okay, if you compare these two, so this is always better because I'm checking whether the count is there or not, whether getting the data or not, whether employee is there or not. I don't want to retrieve all the data into PL SQL. I don't want entire record is loaded into variables. I don't want to waste memory. Okay, but both are correct because as you people are in the initial stage, both are correct. But in future, if anybody asks you to check it whether the record exists or not, so then it is always go with a count. This leads to a Shravani garu, why you need a row count? Shravani garu,
Sir,
why you need a row count?
sir, if record exist అయితే రో కౌంట్ వాల్యూ రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది సార్, వన్ వాల్యూ రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది కదా.
So if we are getting the select count of star into variable, that variable contains a 1 or 0, right?
Yes sir.
Right?
Yes sir.
So you don't need to execute another cursor variable. Okay, so if you want to use a row count, you have to go with a cursor, right? Whether it is the implicit or explicit cursor, you have to go with a cursor, right?
Yes sir.
That creates an additional step you are writing on the program.
Okay.
Okay, see, if you get any information at one stage, that is fine. If you don't get information, so then we will write a additional code. Okay, మీకు ఆ ప్రాబ్లం అర్థమైందండి? Shravani garu, is it clear to you?
Yes sir.
So create or replace function. What is the function name? Get emp, check emp exist. So now I'm going to pass a ename as an input parameter. percentage type. So return what I want to return. I want to return a number 1 or 0 is begin end. Okay, so now here is CNT number of 1, number of 2. Okay, so now I want to check a condition. So select count of star into CNT from EMP where ename is equal to your ename. P ename. Okay, so if CNT is greater than 0, so then return 1, else return 0. That's it. Even exception is also not required because the count of star never fail, because count of star will return either 0 or non-zero. Either 0 or non-zero. That's it. The simple one. Created. I am checking a function. Select. So I'm checking this function by from a select statement. That is also possible. I'm not writing the. So now here I will get a 1 or 0. Why? I need to put this in a single quotes because it is a character, right? Character is always in a single quotes. Please follow. Smith 1. That means employee is there. Okay. So now if I execute with ABC, there is no employee. 0 means no employee. This is simple. So the thing is, okay. So I'm checking. I'm not asking to print or anything. Just to check it whether the record is there or not based on a certain condition. That's it. Okay. So now I'm modifying the same program with a different. So then it will get a chances are there for getting a no data found exception. Row type. EMP row. Okay, so now here we need to check the count. SQL percentage row count greater than 0, then return 1. Else no. So never enter into the else. If the select into statement does not return a row, it enters into an exception. That's why I need to write an exception. Okay, what exception I will get when a select into statement fails or select into statement returns more than row? Okay, for there is no data, I will get a no data found exception. When we have a more than one record, we will get a too many rows. An exception, so then return 0. That's it. There are two ways we can write a function. That's it. See, when a function exists. So here I'm checking when a count of star greater than a EMP. So here, see, if a table contains 1000 columns, you don't need to get 1000 columns of data into PL SQL. It's unnecessarily waste. But the program is right. If you have a proper exception handling, the program is right. But this is the way to check it whether the employee is there or not. Is a simple check it. Everybody is clear, or anybody have any doubts in the two approaches and the two assignments? Anybody have any doubts, please, before going into the other topic? Please let me know. Ashok, Avinash, Mahesh, Kiran, Shravani Garu, Harita, Shalini, Anila, Shweta, Sunanda, Divya. Anybody have any doubts, please? Anybody have any doubts, please? Okay. No. Let's see. So this is the way of writing your procedures and functions. The only thing is we need to write or we need to practice all the functions and procedures more and more. I will try to give an assignment in 1 or 2 days. Okay, but I did not write assignments. I will try to give an assignment. But until you get an assignment, okay, so let's see. I will write some of the programs. Okay, please note down. Write a function for finding number of rows of from a given table for a given where condition. Number of rows from a given table for a given condition. Write a function for finding number of rows from a given table for a given condition. For example, okay, if I give EMP table as one parameter and where department number is equal to 10. So your program should return select count of star from employee where department number is equal to 10. This is the query I need to execute. If I give a department number and salary greater than 1000, so then it should execute select count of star from EMP where salary greater than 1000. This is if I give a department number and second parameter is null. So then it should give select count of star from DEPT. This is the examples only. So that means I can execute anything. So if I execute a parameter null with department number is equal to 10, okay, it should give a message saying that 0. 0 means sorry. Yeah, it returns a message that sorry, please enter table name. This is the message I want. So now you need to write a function for finding number of rows from a given table for a given condition. This is the little bit complex function and this is the most realistic one. Okay, everybody is clear? Yes or no, please, this assignment is clear to everyone. Okay, so now another program. So everybody have 3 tables, right? Everybody have employee table, everybody have employee table and EMP10 table, EMP20 table and EMP other tables, right? Everybody have these 3 tables, right, on your machines? Yes. Okay, so now write a program, write a procedure for synchronizing the data from employee table to 3 tables. For synchronizing data from employee table to EMP10, EMP20 and EMP others table. EMP others table. Okay, what is the meaning of data synchronization? I'll explain. Okay, how many rows are there? 12 rows are there. Let's make it, this is a 10. I'm giving a department number 10 here. Okay, this is the data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I have a 10 records. Now how many records are there here? How many records are there? Okay, let's delete this data. I have only one record with the 10. But how many records are there with the 10? So 2 records are there. That means 1 record is missing. So when you run a program, this record needs to enter into this program, this table. So that means changes, whatever changes you have on the employee table, those changes reflect in these three tables. Please careful. Okay, so I need to write a procedure for synchronizing the data from. So whatever data I have in the employee table should be updated in these three tables. Don't say direct delete and reinsert, please. Okay, some people will do delete these three tables and delete the data into insert the data into this. I want to use a cursor, for loop, if conditions properly with the proper exception handling. Okay, say in the employee table, for the Turner salary is 1751. Okay, in employee 10 table, salary is 1650. So that record is there, but the salary got increased. So now when you run your program, so updates will be coming into this table. If the record is there, update it, else insert it. You have to do the same logic for 20 and other tables also. Yes or no, please? Everybody is clear with this assignment? That's very little bit complex. You need to write a program properly. Okay, that's for tomorrow's assignment. And please practice all the cursors, exception handling and everything. Okay, so now let's see. I'm coming back to function again. So I'll give you the one small topic. We have seen functions and we have seen the procedure. What are the two states of a procedure or a function? What are the two states? What are the two states of a procedure or a function? Procedure or function have a two states. What are those two states? Valid. Next one.
Invalid.
What is valid and invalid? What are the difference between valid and invalid? What are the difference between valid and invalid? What is the difference between valid and invalid? Shweta. Shweta, what is the difference between valid and invalid? Execute without errors is valid. Not execute a subprogram with errors. Okay. So if a subprogram created without any errors, that is called as a valid status. Execution is different and creation is different. Whenever you create a procedure, it is a valid or invalid. If it has any errors, then it creates in the invalid state. Okay. So now, before going into this one, compiled with errors is the invalid. Okay. What are the parts? We have seen procedures and functions examples. What are the parts of a subprogram? Parts of subprogram. Subprogram divides into two parts. One is specification and body. Specification and body. Specification and body. What is the specification and what is a body? Okay, so the whatever you have from create to is, this is called as a procedure specification. Whatever you have from here to here are called as a body. Body means what is the code exactly it is going to execute. Procedure body means what is exactly is executing. And specification means whatever you have from here to here, that is called as a specification. Okay, so now if you want to call any procedure created by someone, if remember this point, if you want to call a procedure which is created by someone, so then how can we call? We don't know their part, we need to know their specification. The specification will give you the information about the name of a procedure and what are the parameters it accepts and what are the parameters it returns. It passes a value. So based on this name and parameters, we can create our calling program. Okay, because in the real time we may not create all the procedures or we may not create all the functions, but sometimes or most of the time we have to call a procedure created by someone. If you want to call a procedure created by someone, you need to know the specification of a procedure. The specification will give you the information about what is a name and what are the parameters and what is its a behavior. Behavior in the sense in out or in out. So we don't worry about the body for calling because we are not responsible for body. So whenever we call a procedure, so the body associated to the procedure is going to execute it. Everybody is clear. So the subprogram part, subprogram contains two parts, the specification and a body. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please? Body and specification. Body and specification. Okay, let's see. This is the procedure I am expecting. Okay, so this is the procedure I want to call. Okay, so somebody is asking, hi Kiran, can you please write a program for calling the following procedure? He is not giving any information. He is asking you directly create a calling program for this procedure. How do you know? So you know only the name. So we need to know what is the name and what are the parameters, and then simply execute the describe procedure name. So you can execute the describe command on that procedure. So then you will get the name and parameters. See here. So this procedure accept PEMP number and parameter mode is in. So PE name in, P job in, everything is a in parameter except a P status. So based on this information, we can call a procedure. The describe procedure or describe function, which will give you parameters and their data types. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear or yes? Okay. And I'm giving, today I'm stopping here. I want you people to practice the few more programs on the functions and procedure before going into the packages. Tomorrow we will start the packages. Packages is the very simple, only one day part. Packages is only one day. If you don't know the procedures and functions, you cannot create a packages. That's a very important thing. Okay, the packages is very important. That's only theory, contains a procedures and package. That's it. The package is nothing but a collection of procedures and functions. After packages, we will see triggers. This is the very important, triggers. And then collections. And then built-in packages. So that means Oracle supplied packages. These are the built-in packages which are very important. And the utilities, tools like a SQL LDR is the main important one. SQL LDR and EXP and IMP. Export and import and SQL LDR. These are the 5 topics we are going to discuss in the PL SQL further. Then we will see tuning. Tuning of SQL statements. SQL. Okay, so then this is the PL SQL will be done. Okay, for the people who need a SQL, that will comes under the DDL and the DCL. And after finishing these topics, okay, and one thing, let's see. 13th, not now. Yes, in the week of 20th. Okay, on 20, we are going to, that's a Saturday, we are going to see the data modeling class. That's specific to the data modeling, which is not related to the SQL or which is not related to the PL SQL. The data modeling introduction with Erwin tool. We will see this. Okay, everybody. So please practice the SQL and PL SQL again. Tomorrow we will start the packages, triggers, collections, built-in packages, and the tools. Okay. PL SQL will take another 10 days. I hope 2 weeks. Okay. See you tomorrow. Please practice it and then we will start the pack. See, I can start the packages today, but I want you people to practice more functions and packages. Sorry, functions and procedures. Okay, everybody.